5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we return and
the finale.
The finale. Oh,
Samantha.
I'm going to be picked on something rotten, aren't I?
Yes. So.
I love that you just goes, yeah, I'm going to pick on you.
I mean, to be fair, we're in the end game.
Yes, it is the end game, of which I don't know what my end game is going to be right now, so I'm going to.
But it's not gambling.
Yeah, I don't need to do gambling.
No, we tried gambling them into submission, but they managed to crawl away from that.
Oh no, we thank you for giving us money.
Yeah.
Wench thinks maybe you should do it more.
No, no. They're not happening. No way are they.
Hey. Sorry, I didn't see you. Who punched you? Piper? Lose one.
Why are you picking on me?
Because why not?
Target practice. Fuck off.
It's one!
We're in the end game. Every little bit counts.
Yeah,
Hey,
fair enough.
do it. It means Piper's got less cards.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Means that Pipe's got less.
I'm not picking on you too much, so I'm gonna put it over there. And I move to my drinks phase. And I am drinking.
Oh, Dragon Breath Ale.
Rip.
Oh.
Oh no, my drink! Ignore a drink and start a brawl.
Yeah, nothing I can do about
I
that.
can't do anything about that.
Nothing I can do about that.
And what's the brawl going to entail?
I really hope I don't get punched for this. Right. Alina, feisty gnome. Pick another player. They lose 2 fortitudes. Who's the healthiest? I'm sorry, Piper. I'm picking on you this
Rip.
round.
1, 2.
So you ignored the 1 damage to get 2 damage.
It felt appropriate.
Quite.
Sweet irony.
And that's the end of my turn. I came out of that unscathed, surprisingly.
Wow, yeah.
Urgoff.
Oh, God. Well, I'm keeping my cards and I'm drawing 4.
And I managed to hurt the arrow one.
Mm-hmm.
The arrow one. The arrow one has a name.
Yeah, but, who remembers it?
Ooh, this is not a good
Ooh.
hand.
Go straight to your drink phase, maybe then.
No, as it is written in the Book of the Goddess, you give me a gold. Everyone gets me 1 gold.
You really don't want to go out on gold points.
Sure.
That's the only card I could play.
Oh.
Enjoy it.
Drinks. Goes to Piper. Piper's only got 1, so there you go.
That's fine. I'll remember this.
I'm drinking a dark ale for 1.
Nom,
I
nom,
will
nom, nom.
gladly take that 1.
Okay, as much as I would like gold...
Oh, hang on,
actually,
I
first-
forgot to do something.
Oh.
Something. Wench, bring some drinks for these fiends. So I'll pay 1 of the golds that got given, and Samantha's getting a drink, and Samantha's getting a drink.
What? That was nice to you!
Sorry, well, at the beginning of my turn, my petrification decays, so Samantha, here you go.
I can't remember what that card was.
Neither can I. I have not seen them. I'm discarding my gambling cards.
Oh,
'cause-
that's
Not
Yeah.
good.
not useful. That's why I gave it away.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, who... Huh. Okay. Drew 2 cards in a row that are exactly the same. Who fancies a little bit of damage? I think we have to pick on Piper, really. Hey, Piper, don't touch the hair. And I'm going to Claire, so Samantha and Murgoff will be getting 2 cards back. You lose 3 fortitude.
Oh,
Oh, hang up, wait, before you take it in case he negates it. No. Murgoff, you can have your card back. Samantha,
Thank you.
another card.
Thank you.
And
this hurts.
and
This hurts.
a drink.
Just built a gambling hand just on the turned card.
I'm so glad I did not play the gambling card.
I mean, you
now.
might as well discard those when your turn comes around, because it's going to be down to fortitude at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take my own drink, which is
Do not be a drinking contest. Oh, thanks God.
light ale.
Light ale.
Mm,
Yeah,
mild.
sure. And that is the end of my turn.
Right, I'm going to discard all my cards, including that arrow. I do not want the arrow. It is useless at this point.
Yeah, gambling error.
Yeah.
What we got? Quick draw holster anytime card. Let's draw another arrow card.
Okay. He's counting his options.
And unfortunately, if I run out of arrow cards, that's it. I have no more arrow cards. I can't reshuffle them. So
Ooh.
these are my last 3 arrow cards.
Ooh.
Well, make wise use of them.
This might be my last turn potentially, so fuck it. The Shero. Picking
What
a
does that
player, they pay me 1 gold, and I draw an arrow card.
Who are you picking?
You know what? I want my gold back, Garth.
Hey, I got this from my last adversary. I use gold from the end rather than from my own stash.
Fine, I'll take the gold for the
Fair
end.
enough.
And I draw the last arrow card from my pile.
This is where
The
you go very quiet.
arrow. Pick another player, they lose 1 fortitude, and I put the card from the drink deck on top of that player's drink pile.
So who are you doing that to?
Who do I want to do that to? Who do I want to get close to death? Let's go with Murgath. Lose a fortitude, and here's a drink card from the drink deck.
Thank you. By the way,
Yes.
is that the best you've got?
Ooh.
Fortitude.
No.
But if they lose fortitude in this way, they get a blessing.
Oh, but you do get a blessing. You do get a blessing, though.
Yeah.
I live until the end of my turn, though, so...
Indeed. So,
2, 3, 4...
just put. Yeah. You do get a blessing, though. So remember to
Please be so... Please be kind. Please be kind. Please be kind.
I'm going to tell you, I think the most powerful blessing in there is 2 health.
And I've already used it.
Mm.
And it'll only get me to 0 anyway.
Yep.
This card ain't going to help, because unless I survive, I'm not going to get back to my turn for this one.
Unless your drink's face.
And it's not my drink phase yet, because I've got the arrow rang.
What does that do?
Pick another player, they lose 1 fortitude. If they lose fortitude in this way, the next player in that turn order loses 1 fortitude, and repeat this process until a player does not lose fortitude, or until the next player to lose fortitude would be you. So, Phil, sorry, let's start with you.
So lose 1 fortitude.
Yes, you lose 1
Unless you
fortitude.
negate it.
Unless you can negate it.
Okay, this is 1 fortitude. I will accept this, but
But
I'm starting a brawl.
Yeah, fair enough.
that's fine. I'm dead anyway at this point.
Pick another player, they lose 2 fortitude.
It'd be useless on me, so pick your choice.
Yeah. I'm not the I'm sorry, Murgath. 2 fortitude.
Okay,
Oof.
and the arrow rang goes round to Murgath.
I have to take it.
Yep. And it
Okay.
goes round to Nerodia.
Miss me, that was my old skin. Not only do I ignore the card, it petrifies you for 1. So, discard.
Here you go, you can have the blessing.
Yeah, I can work with that.
It's not going to do me jack shit at all.
Nope. Now it's your drink's face.
Now it's a drink phase.
But it does give me more ammo to use for my glares, and I've been saving some of those.
Oh, we don't even get a gold from him.
Nope.
No,
No, you won't. Unless I get
Right, I
a
don't
drinking
think- I don't
unless I
think
get a
any of
drinking
us are
unless I get a drinking contest to win.
It could happen. It's happened.
You know what? Nerodia can get card.
yeah, sure.
Or to be a chaser. No, it's just grog.
I mean, you might as well drink it at this point.
Glug. Glug.
Piper is out first.
Piper falls over with arrows in his back
I-
and booze in his chest.
I blame Torgal Snarf for this. My last drink card
Okay.
was a challenge as well, so
I
Damn
reckon
it
we
all.
keep going until the end.
Yeah, I think we need to keep
Samantha.
going to the ends now.
To the end. Right. I'm going to get rid of the eye race. I'm going to
Yeah,
get
fair.
rid of the gambling in. I'm going to get rid of the winning hand.
Are those all the petrified cards?
Yeah. Right. Now what have I got here? Oh, that's 7 cards. So I'm just going to drop that onto 7. I get a gold from the inn for that.
You really needed that, to be fair.
Oh yes, I really needed that. And now I'm going to play. And in this corner,
Start another brawl.
starting another brawl. We have pick another player. They pay you 1 gold
Ooh.
and draw 1 card from their character deck.
Who would you like to pick on?
Ooh. He could kill someone right now.
I'm not going to be that cruel.
How could he kill someone?
Oh, sorry, no, gold.
Yeah.
I'm thinking forward
Oh,
to.
gold. Gold.
Gold.
I could if it was a fortitude, but I can't.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Murgath as it's the most useful for.
No worries.
Not.
I will take my card.
And now we move to drinks. So Urtheart has 2. The random genius has 3. Well, this is a simple matter of balancing.
Yeah, the wench is fine having another drink.
Alright.
She's got a fair bit of tolerance and quite a few mouths to feed.
And I am playing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pixie Punch with a chaser
of
Rum.
rum. This will knock me out unless I can do something.
Do you have something? You just need to reduce it by 1 at least.
Nope. Unfortunately, drinks cards don't count as an action sometimes or anytime card.
No, they don't.
And you don't have anything to like reduce or gain some more.
No, I don't.
So Samantha drinks
That's-
herself under the table.
Yeah, I'm.
Which
I-
means your
And-
gold pile gets split.
4 means we both Murgoth and Nerodia get 4 gold.
yeah. Well, it was a pleasure, gentlemen.
So Murgoth, villains of a feather.
Indeed.
How could
But
this
it's,
happen?
hands.
How could this happen?
I wouldn't advise doing that with Nerodia, actually. But it's your turn first, so
Fair
can
enough.
you kill me?
I'm going to draw 2 cards and see if we find out.
Either that, or I've got to take you out with me. Go on.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at some of the cards. Some of the cards are brilliant in this deck.
But Murgoth's deck's quite hilarious because they play on the trope quite well. It's rather than the good warrior with a cursed sword, it's a cursed warrior with a good sword.
So, Murgoth the Destroyer will not be defeated.
Mhm.
Lose 3 fortitude and get a blessing.
It's like I've got eyes in the back of my head. I ignore it, and you need to petrify a card.
Your defenses are useless, weakling. Negate sometimes card that affects the effects of an action card that you have played. This includes cards that negate or ignore the card to alter its effects. You gain a blessing.
So I get a blessing for both cards then.
Yes.
Okay, so how much fortitude do I take? 3?
It was free.
Okay, I'm not going to put it on top of there because
Yeah.
we know that it auto flips it.
Yeah.
So I get 2 blessings, so...
If one of them's a health one, you get out of this.
Good news. Blessing of health.
Game
2.
2.
So I go back up to 12.
Does this blessed blade negate the blessing?
Wow, okay. Gonna play this one then, which at least gives me 1 health. That's both my blessings played, but it does keep me alive.
For now.
For now.
Fun now.
Anyway, I assume I'm getting a drink.
Yes, get your drink.
And then take your drink.
A shot of rum. You know what? This is why I ordered a double. I'm sharing with you, Nerodia.
Okay. So it's 1 each, yeah?
1 each, yes.
First of all,
You get a blessing first of all, though.
how about some Vino de Venom? Yours now is -2 health and petrify a card.
Okay,
That's
fair
for
enough.
2 cards, actually.
This is just the thing to get the blood off my
I'll try to
sword.
do it.
Ignore the drink.
This is a perfect hair relaxer. Ignore a drink.
Well played. Well played,
Does he
sir.
not still petrify 2 of his guards? Though?
No,
No,
I
because it
ignored the
ignores the
drink.
drink.
Fair enough.
Also, Blessing of Rejuvenation. I gain another health. So, yeah. So I'm down to 2 cards.
It was
I'm
the
assuming that's
only-
the end of your turn.
It's the end of my turn. It was the only thing I could do.
Also, Decay, you get your card back. I'm going to discard my gambling card, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's have a look what we have here. Ooh. Game. It's not funny.
Very nice.
Ooh. This is interesting. I don't really know how that really helps, but that no, it doesn't really help. So I'm going to do this one instead. They say I have a stony gaze, and I'm going to use my glare, which is 1, 2, 3 Piper cards.
No!
You take 4 fortitude damage.
Even this loathsome blade can stop your
Oof.
feeble attack. Ignore an action sometimes at any time card that affects your fortitude. Get a
Fair
blessing.
But I do get a blessing, and I will take that blessing. And you know what? I'm going to use it straight away because it's an anytime card. Pick another player; they lose 1 fortitude.
Yeah, that's me out. That's me out.
That's you out unless the drinking
Ooh,
contest
done
gives you
in
something
by
nice.
your own play.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have lost anyway.
I mean,
True.
you don't know yet. There might be a drinking contest. You might get something that helps.
Well, let's see what drink I have.
Yeah.
You're not going to give a drink away? Never mind. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Doesn't matter.
Mead. So I can split my drink. So back off. Would
Yeah.
you like half the drink?
Gonna have to say. I'm gonna have to say yes.
So 2 for you.
Yeah.
And then here, this drink has some real bite. You can have my half as well, and it petrifies a card.
Oh, leave us be. No drink.
Fair enough. And I think with that, the wench wins
With that, you win.
on 1 health. No, 2 health.
Do have.
Oh dear. And I still had 5 petrified cards. One of Piper's arrows, one from Samantha, another Piper card, another Piper card,
And the blessing that I gave
and
away.
a blessing, which was blessing of wisdom.
I couldn't use it. And I literally got that on my ass.
Right at the end, yeah.
If I had lasted a turn,
Very close game at the end because we all went out in the same round, essentially. One after another. But
I
mean, to be
win a
fair-
reserve.
yeah, I rather enjoyed that deck. Not gonna lie.
That was certainly much. Nerodia certainly lasted longer on your game than she did when I played as her.
I mean,
dear.
I'm looking at Phil's drink me bar he had left. His next drink was going to be a 7.
Ooh.
What did I have left to drink? I had Pixie Punch, followed by a Wizard's Brew, which would have been fine. And my last one was a grog with a chaser.
Ooh.
You know what? If I'd survived one more round,
Mhm.
tis just a flesh wound. I would have gained 2 fortitude.
If only.
I had an interesting one I was planning to play against you, which is this one. You need a moment in the statutory hall. You lose 1 fortitude, and you can't. If you lose the fortitude, you can't do anything until your next turn.
Ooh.
Ah,
And no players can target you either because you're turned to stone. But then I can also glare and just end my turn there, so I don't have to have a drinks phase.
ow.
And you had the
Joke.
cards for it.
I had the cards for it, but then I could have. Then it was like, well, what's the advantage? He gets another turn if he survives. So, although then he technically also then gave me the card to defeat him afterwards with the blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think all my other
It's like,
cards. are
whoopsie.
duplicates. Oh no.
I prefer losing by 1 rather than losing by 4.
Yeah. Also, this is a good card. Mine now. Just petrifying Torgelsnoth. Because why not? And that lets me get even more gold. Because why not?
More.
Oh, hang on. And there's more Torgelsnoth. You ordered it, you drink it. Negate is sometimes a card that changes the effect of a drink. This includes cards that negate, ignore, or split drinks. So it's another, the wench thinks you should stop playing with your drinks. Which makes sense, she's a wench, so...
Yeah.
And then all the rest of my cards were gambling. Right at the end.
That could have gone either way.
Oh yeah. I guess I should finish off then with my list of stuff.
Yes.
I've had a busy week, busy month, I should say. So first things first. At the time of recording this, the week before, I went to EGX and played a few unreleased games. And I say a few because there was, to be fair, there was quite a decent selection of indie games, but not much on the AAA side. You had Modern Warfare, which had the same demo that you could download at home, which is probably why it didn't have much of a queue. There was House Flippers 2, which I didn't even realise they'd already made a sequel. But, I mean, I know the first game was quite popular,
I
so...
think they announced
good on
the
them.
Nintendo Direct over the summer. I think.
I don't remember.
I think.
Oh, what else? There was something called Lo Wang, which I hadn't heard of before, but it seems to be an Xbox Neo, basically. There was Street Fighter 6, which was very low key. There was no branding on it. It's just literally some tables, some kind of pants monitors, and just that, and the little sign saying Street Fighter 6. However, I will say I got a quick go on it, and it looks pretty nice, actually. I'm terrible at fighting games, so asking me how it feels is a pointless exercise, but definitely looks the part. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. But probably the biggest game there in terms of queues and attraction was Sonic Frontiers. I'm not going to give too much of a thoughts on it because I only had the demo was only 15 minutes long, and to be honest, I don't think I got enough of a feel about it. I can say it's not really installed me with enough want to get it on day one. The demo was fine. It seemed quite well polished, actually. If you rushed through it, it gave you a good amount of the world to explore, but you did have to rush through it because the 15 minutes included cutscenes, and I was advised beforehand by someone who'd already played it to skip all the cutscenes. So, don't know anything about the plot. I will say the one thing that's a little bit odd to get to grips with at first is they've changed how the homing attack works to a different button to jump. But that is because it's also your attack button, so it makes sense. But oh boy, will it screw up your muscle memory. So be aware of that. And that's really all I've got to say about it at the moment. It didn't really leave much of an impression of anything on me. That's not to say that I think it's going to be a bad game, because I didn't have anything negative to say about it either.
Shockingly, it's doing surprisingly well.
I'm not going to comment too much on that one, but yeah, considering it's coming out the same day as God of War Ragnarok, I'm honestly much more excited for God of War, and I've seen less about that. So, yeah, I don't think Sonic Frontiers was ever going to make my top 5 of the year. Might have done, but I kind of want to give God of War a shot first, because it has to compete with Elden Ring, which was much earlier this year. And I'm going to tell you now, Elden Ring is number 1, but God of War could dethrone it, because I believe God of War was other God of War, the recent one, was my game of the year for the year it came out. So, have to wait and see. I'm going to come back to games in a little bit, because first I'm going to tell you about a YouTube series that I've been watching for a while. I've mentioned it before. It is called Oxventure. It is Outside Xbox and Outside Extras D&D live play. They've done several episodes where they've recorded it in studio. They've done episodes where they've recorded it live at an event, one of which I went to go see at EGX. I'm not going to spoil that because obviously only people that was there have seen it. What I will say is it was a very interesting one, and it was entertaining, and it was silly. They're much more lighthearted. They don't take things too seriously. It is very much friends having fun with an adventure that has, the D&D mechanics in it, but they stretch them a little bit. If you can get your Dragonborn to ride his own shield somewhat Breath of the Wild style, you're screwing around with the rules a bit. But the big news for them is they've actually recently split their episodes out from their Outside Xbox and Outside Extra channels, and now that Blades in the Dark and their Oxventure in Space episodes are now on their own dedicated YouTube channel called Oxventure, basically YouTube/Oxventure. So I highly recommend that series. as a background, fun, silly thing to have on. I am badgering the random genius to watch more of it, but
Just so
Yeah.
many Zelda randomizers to watch.
but genuinely, if you want a just fun thing to have on in the background with, and it's always better if you know a bit about D&D. But to be quite frank, this is kind of what set the way I run my D&D campaigns, because a lot of the stuff they do are one-shot, 2 to 3 hour episode things. Now, admittedly, they've done one big season arc called the Orb Apocalypse Saga, which was, I think, 10 to 12 episodes, where it was one continuous story. And they've just started a second season that I don't remember the name of. It's something like Age of Dragons, but the first episode aired yesterday, so still a lot of that to go. Although they were selling merch for it the week before it launched, so yeah. But no, highly recommend that, especially people who play D&D and maybe some campaigns that I DM. Hint, hint. There's one other one here. He's gone very silent though.
Trying to think of a way to mechanize shield riding.
Don't think about it. Watch the episode. You'll see. So yeah, there was that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is actually a game that I would love to recommend to you all, but I can't because yesterday or the day before yesterday.
30th of September.
Yes, it unfortunately closed down, at least outside of Japan, for good. If you've heard some early LMC cast stuff, you'll know that myself and the Random Genius and a few of our friends used to play a mobile game called Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which was basically a love letter to Final Fantasy fans. It covered most of the big Final Fantasy games from 1 to 15, plus their spin-offs, and a couple of the other major titles like Type 0, Tactics, and put them all in kind of a Final Fantasy 6 style active time bar battle system, all 2D graphics, all of them rendered like that. And yeah, that's been good. I've been playing it for about 7 years, not quite since its start, but more or less. And yeah, it's a bit sad to see it go because a lot of time and effort was put into that. And a lot of, while it had the sprites from the original games and for the 3D games, they remade all of the bosses in these sprite things in sprite-based battles. It was an absolute... it was honestly one of my favourite games of all time. And it's kind of just sad to see it close down when, to be fair, other Final Fantasy mobile titles that are a bit more greedier and not as good, in my opinion, are still running. And it's kind of just a shame, but sadly, that's the way mobile games go. If they don't make enough money, they get shut down. Out of interest, Vger, is that My Little Pony game still going these days?
I think it still is, but my phone can no longer run it.
Ooh, so they haven't kept up the support for it then.
They just gone past what they're looking at.
Bear in mind, I am still running an iPhone 5S.
Oh, okay.
He's probably been phased out.
Yeah,
I've been phased out. The phone's going to be getting replaced very shortly.
And then you can get back to it.
If it's still there.
I'm done. I'm free. I'm free from
He's
it.
been free from it for a while. He doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to. You can't make him.
I'll find a new thing on the new phone that I'll be addicted to for like 6 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sonic
But,
Runners, Pokemon Go.
What, sorry?
Pokemon Go, Sonic Runners, take your pick.
Oh, Sonic Runners is dead.
Is it?
So, Sonic Runners died ages ago.
No.
That's the one that's still going at the moment. This is one that's been...
Sonic Dash is still going.
Oh, Dash, yes.
And Sonic Forces is still going, which is Sonic Dash but multiplayer.
It's hard to keep
Sonic
track
Runners
on
died.
those.
Sonic Runners died a very long time ago.
They're all effectively the same fucking game.
I wouldn't quite say that, but anyway, Final Fantasy Record Keeper, rest in peace. Honestly, quite sad that game's gone because it's a bit of a blow for good games. going when not as good games and more exploitative games, let's say, get to keep going, which is, kind of sad, but that's
It's
the way the mobile games work.
yeah. Its gacha system was not as bad as others.
Which unfortunately meant it wasn't making enough money. But I'll be honest, like, if I'm going to make anything like that, I'm definitely going to be taking lessons from that game more than others, just to keep audiences engaged, really.
Yeah, they did a lot in that in that game.
Oh, fun one. 7 years, still didn't have adverts in the game.
That is true.
Nice.
That is true. The entire game was ad free.
Which, again, probably a double-edged sword, but
The only issue I had with FFRK was that you could never play it offline.
yeah, but the way those games work, I understand. Because if you allow them to be played offline, people can just hack it and go nuts with it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. There's a couple of other games I played, but not much to say about them. Orcs Must Die 3, which is on Steam, which a tower defense game where you play as mages, you set traps. Unfortunately, it keeps crashing for me now. It keeps having errors in Unreal, and I can't figure out why.
Right.
Yeah, so can't recommend on Steam. Then there was also Mario Golf on Switch, which I got cheap from Tesco because they were trying to get rid of it. It's a decent enough golf game. I haven't played a golf game for a while. It's fine. There's nothing special about it. It's tried to make different modes of golf. Okay, that's fine, but if I'm buying a golf game, I want to play golf. I don't want to play these weird modes. I don't mind kind of the shot put ranges and like hit the target things. They're fine, but the ones like speed golf where you have to hit your ball and then run after it and get to the hole before everyone else. It's like, so it doesn't matter how many strokes you take. Oh no, strokes matter as well. It's like, well, no, you got to choose one: time or strokes. Which one do you want to go?
That's the balance. That's the balance. Is whether you go heck for leather to try and be as quick as possible, regardless of the number of strokes, or do you take the time to be more methodical and do stuff? So I think it's decent enough balance, to be honest.
I think that it's bad, to be honest. It's not fun, and it doesn't actually matter. It actually doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter if you're quick, because you still win if you have any shots. It's just if you match shots, it's then who is faster. And the computer AI cheats, so it kind of seems irrelevant. Now, I haven't played multiplayer with other people yet, so maybe that would change my mind. But if I'm going to play a golf game, I kind of just want to play golf. I don't want to play these weird variants. So, yeah, I'm glad I didn't pay full price for it. Would I recommend it to anyone? No, I think I'd actually rather go with whatever the new EA or 2K golf is, because I just want a golf game. But unfortunately, they have microtransactions, so this is probably the next best thing. So yeah, that's about it, really. One other game I've been dabbling in is Master Duel's Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh online. But fun fact, if you're on PlayStation, have PlayStation Plus, the reward you can get from PlayStation Plus renews every month. So, get that. Because it's like, what's it? It's something along the lines of like 100 cards a month for free. Why wouldn't you? I think they're legacy cards, but you still put them in decks. So I think I will leave that and with our game finished, I believe that it's time for LMC Cast to say goodbye for 2022.
Yep.
So thanks to Nabal, Vger, the Random Genius, Shadow Fox, who unfortunately is working while we're recording this, so sadly couldn't make it.
He is with us in spirit.
Yes, he's a core member of the team. And of course, Kevin, who dropped in on occasion, and as well as the Radio Sega team for letting us blather on their radio station for some strange reason.
I'm surprised they kicked us off yet.
A special thanks needs to go to Nabal, because Nabal has been doing the majority, if not all, the editing this year.
Yes.
So thank you very much for doing that, and remind me, and I will send you the track for this month's one for me, because I have it already as an MP3.
Well, for your Final Fantasy record, Kiefer.
Yes.
Oh, Switch. Okay, that's fine.
Trust me, there's a lot of really good remixes that get. Actually, that's probably the other sad thing is that it had a lot of really good remixes. The good part about it is that they've released most of them on CDs / their digital services.
And the rest through other means on YouTube.
Well, actually, Square Enix has done a really good thing and uploaded every soundtrack they have to YouTube on an official channel. The only criteria, I think, is that it has to be a month after it's had its physical release, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah,
Give
fine.
the people that have bought it a month's exclusivity. So I'll send you the YouTube link as well, but I can send you the MP3 if it's easier.
Well, yeah, whichever.
But yes, thank you very much for listening, and we will catch you sometime in the new year. Any plans on when we're starting, or are we going to debate that later?
We'll find out.
Yeah, in the meantime, look out for our Game of the Year awards, and I'm planning to do a few other list things with maybe a few crossovers with the Radio Sega peeps, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, from all of us here, good night, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. But more importantly, we hope the rest of your year goes very well, and look forward to some time off gaming around the holidays.
See you all next Sunday AD.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.